Welcome back to my channel, and this is Mehjabeen. Today I am going to explain William Cowper's poem The Solitude of Alexander Selkirk. I have already uploaded a video featuring the summary of this poem. Do watch it if you haven't already. You will find the link in the end screen of this video. And now let's get started. So in this poem, the poet William Cowper is describing the feelings of Alexander Selkirk while he is living his solitary life, his solitary existence in an island. So Selkirk says, I am the monarch, means I am the king, I am the lord of all I survey. That means I am the lord or the master of everything that I can see with my eyes. I am the master of all my surroundings. My right, that means my authority, my power, my control. My right, there is none to dispute. There is nobody to object to my authority. From the center all round to the sea, that means from the center of this land where I am standing, from the center of this island, all round to the sea, I am the Lord, that means I am the master of the fowl, that means the bird, and the brute, that means the animal. I am the Lord of the animals and the birds. Oh solitude, now he is personifying solitude, the situation of being alone. He is personifying, and that is why it's given in S is given in capital. Oh solitude, where are the charms? So he is addressing solitude as if solitude is a human being and saying, where are the charms? That means where are the pleasures that sages, that means learned people, sages, learned people or hermits have seen in thy face. Learned people have always said that solitude is something very blessed and it has its own charms. But the poet does not agree with this. He says that I cannot see the state of being solitary. I cannot see that state as being charming. O solitude, where are the charms that sages have seen in thy face? That means in your face. Sages have always said that your face is charming. The face of solitude is charming, but the poet does not agree. Better dwell in the midst of alarm. So he says that it is better to live in a noisy place. Alarm means noisy. Better dwell means to live. It is better to live in the midst of alarms than reign in this horrible place. So he says that I don't want to rule. I don't want to live like a king in this horrible, in this terrible place where I am out of touch with the other people. I am out of touch from humanity. It's a horrible world. It's a terrible place to be in, and that is why he says that it is better to live in the middle of noise than live like a king in this horrible place. I am out of humanity's reach. He says that I am out of the reach of human beings. I must finish my journey alone. I have to complete the rest of my life all alone. Never hear the sweet music of speech. I will never again get the opportunity to hear the sweet sound of speech. I will never ever get the opportunity to hear another human being speaking to me, because there is no other human being living in this island. I start at the sound of my own. The poet, the seaman, Alexander Selkirk, he is saying that I start, that means I get shocked when I hear the sound of my own voice. The beasts, that means the animals that roam over the plain, the beasts that move around, they wander about over this plain. My form with indifferency, they are indifferent, they treat me casually. They are so unacquainted with man, that means they are not familiar with human beings, and as a result they treat me in a very casual way. Their tameness and their domestic nature is shocking to me. Their tameness is something which gives me a shock. Society, friendship and love divinely bestowed upon man. Then the poet, then Selkirk says that society, friendship and love, these are things which are divinely bestowed. That means heaven blesses us, heaven blesses mankind with society, that means community, friendship, and then love. Oh, had I the wings of a dove, that means if I have had the wings of a dove, a bird, how soon would I taste you again? Then it would have been possible for me to visit the company, to be in the company of human beings. From this island, I would have been able to fly to the world of men. My sorrows I then might assuage, that means my pain, my suffering, it would have been possible for me to make my suffering less, because I would be in touch with humanity. I would be in the company of other fellow human beings and enjoy their friendship and love. And as a result, my sorrows would become less, and in the ways of religion and truth, and because I would be discussing religion and I would also get a better understanding of what truth is, I would feel happier. I might learn from the wisdom of age, and I would also get the opportunity to learn from the elderly people. And not only that, I would be cheered by the sallies of youth. I would be cheered by the playfulness of the youngsters. Ye winds, that means, oh you wings, that have made me your sport. He addresses the winds and says that ye winds that have made me your sport. You winds, you have made me your playthings. Convey to this desolate shore, that means bring some good news to me. To this desolate, that means this barren, this empty shore, the seashore. Some cordial, endearing report. Bring some friendly, endearing means loving, report means news of a land I shall visit no more. Of that land where my fellow human beings, my fellow brothers and sisters are living. Bring some news about that land to me. My friends, let me know. If my friends, do they now and then, that means do they occasionally send a wish or a thought after me? Do my friends, do my old friends remember me now that I have not met them for so many years at a stretch? Do they remember me? Do they think about me? Bring me that news. I want to hear that news. Oh, tell me I yet have a friend, and let me know if I really have a friend in this world, or have all my friends forgotten me now that they cannot see me anymore. Oh, tell me I yet have a friend, though a friend I'm never to see. I know that as long as I live in this island, I will never ever get the opportunity to meet my friends. And because of this, I want to know if I genuinely have a friend in this world. Do my old friends remember me? Bring me some good news about my old friends thinking about me and remembering me. I want to hear a cordial, endearing report, endearing news, pleasing news, delightful news about my old friends. Now the poet says, how fleet is a glance of the mind. Fleet means rapid or fast. The human mind has a great speed. So glance means look. How fleet is a glance of the mind. That means the human mind has a great speed. Compared with the speed of its flight, the tempest itself lags behind. That means even the storm does not have as much speed as the speed of the human mind, as the speed of the human imagination. And the swift-winged arrows of light, and even the light rays, do not have as much of speed as the human mind, as the human imagination. When I think of my own native land, then Selkirk says that every time I think of my native land, in a moment I seem to be there. I feel that I have already reached that place where my friends, neighbors, my family, my relatives, my old companions are all present. In a moment, in my mind, I think that I have reached that place. But alas, however, the very next moment, recollection at hand, I remember that my actual situation is not like that, and I remember my present circumstances, and soon recollection hurries me back to despair, and very soon, the next moment, I feel desperate, I feel sad, I feel frustrated. But the sea fowl is gone to her nest. Now it is time for evening. So with that, Selkirk can notice that the seabird is going back to its nest, because it is the day has come to an end. It is dusk. The beast is laid down in his lair, and even the wild animals like lions and tigers, they are also taking rest in their dens. Even here is a season of rest. So he says that even in that lonely island, there is a routine. The wild birds and animals, they also take rest from time to time. And I to my cabin repair. And because of this realization, Selkirk decides that he should also go back to his shelter, to his small cabin that he has built in that solitary island. And I to my cabin repair, and as a result I return to my cabin. There's mercy in every place, and the poet also says, Selkirk says, that in every place in this world there is mercy. That means there is divine benevolence, benevolence from gods. There is heavenly benevolence, and mercy is an encouraging thought. He says that mercy is a thought which gives us encouragement, which gives us hope, gives even affliction a grace. And affliction, that means pain and suffering and sorrow, however difficult, however challenging these may be, even there is some kind of elegance, there is some kind of beauty even in pain, even in suffering, because man is reminded, man feels hopeful that at some point of time in the future his situation might change. And Selkirk is also hopeful and reconciles man to his lot. And because of this hope that he might be blessed with God's mercy, and somebody would come to save him from that stranded condition, he has learned to reconcile, he has learned to make peace, he has learned to adjust with his lot, that means with his circumstances. Well, that's all for today. Thanks a lot for watching. Do not forget to check out my previous video on this poem. The link is in the description box as well as in the end screen here in this video. Meet you again very soon. Bye.